To many Nigerian citizens, the government does not exist for them. Over the years, a lack of transparency and accountability in the use of public financial resources has resulted in a culture of mistrust. And to make matters worse, in recent times, the decline in crude oil prices, coupled with poor management of resources, has left both federal and state governments with significant shortfalls in revenues needed to deliver basic services.
The kind of governance we experience right now, it's not what you want to imagine. I pay my taxes, however, I still ride on very bad roads. I suffer huge traffic here and there.
We are rich in the country, but we are not using our resources in a meaningful way.
The European Union, in collaboration with the World Bank, is supporting the federal government of Nigeria to improve transparency, accountability, and quality in public financial management through an intervention known as SLOGOR, the State and Local Governance Reform Project.
The SLOGOR project is basically a public financial management reform focused project. It's based on a trust fund, funding from the European Union, but administered by the bank on the trust fund arrangement.
One of our main goals is to reduce poverty, to improve lives of many, especially poor people. And if public resources do not get to its final destination, then that impacts on the possibilities of improving lives.
SLOGOR, a grant fully funded by the European Union, was introduced in 2015 in the 6 states of Kano, Cross River, Yobe, Anambra, Jigawa, and Osun. The project was designed into 3 key components. Although the overarching aim of the SLOGOR project is to improve accountability and transparency in governance across the participating states, at the time of its introduction, each state had unique challenges that they hoped the project would help them fix.
In the area of budget, there was need to address some gaps, like some venture documents, some policy documents we require to do planning. We do not have skills to produce a good one.
But what SLOGOR was able to do for us is they upped the level. They helped us producing those documents in a more methodical, systematic, but also granular fashion.
Other participating states under the SLOGOR project also received support with their budgeting processes.
SLOGOR has really supported in that respect, ensuring that our budgets are policy-based, they are comprehensive, and they are really talking to, helping us implement the state development plan.
Another critical challenge that participating states had to grapple with was in the area of internally generated revenue, IGR.
With the intervention of SLOGOR, we were able to create record of over 806,000 adults that are supposed to be paying tax in the state. As at 2013, the average annual revenue generated by the Anambra State Internal Revenue Service, that is the state IGR, was 9 billion. And as at the close of 2017, the figure has nearly doubled. We closed about 17 billion in 2017.
The IGR success story of Anambra is the same across the other 5 states that are benefiting from SLOGOR. Each of these states has recorded various levels of growth and improvement in generating internal revenue.
And the IGR, our baseline was 2 billion in 2013. But now, Jigawa is generating over 9.4 billion.
We're seeing an increase in revenues, increase in number of taxpayers and PE organizations, PE agents, and various other taxes. So clearly SLOGOR has impacted positively on what we do.
Under the Public Financial Management Reform component, the project is helping the participating states to, among other things, update their organic public finance laws and financial regulations, as well as commit to higher standards of transparency and fiscal reporting. Another key area of focus for SLOGOR is public procurement. Since budget execution is substantially public procurement, which is a central function of government, setting up a transparent procurement system was imperative in order to guarantee good returns on government investments. In Osun, through the support of SLOGOR, the state has been able to record some great progress in this area. Apart from the establishment of a public procurement agency, The state's legislature also passed a public procurement law and set up a legal framework for public procurement. Another key subcomponent under the SLOGOR project is auditing of the state's financial records. Prior to the introduction of the program, the internal and external audit functions were quite challenging in the state, but with the support of SLOGOR, the story is changing. Auditors in the participating states have received training, equipment, and support to work efficiently and deliver reports on time.
We didn't have chairs and tables in our field offices, in zonal offices. But last year, SLOGOR came, gave us over 30 chairs, tables and chairs. We supplied 20 computers.
One central thread that connects all the components of the SLOGOR is the deployment of the State Integrated Financial Management System, SIFMIS. SIFMIS is an ICT-based system which automates several aspects of public finance management and governance, such as budgeting, human resources, and even payroll. Currently, SIFMIS is at various stages of deployment across the 6 SLOGOR states, and the public sector workers are now being trained in the use of ICT to enable them to be fully absorbed into the new ICT environment that SIFMIS requires. Another key area of focus for SLOGOR is the devolution of functions to local government councils. The aim is to ensure grassroots participation in governance.
At the beginning, most state governors felt that we are trying to make the local governments to be autonomous. It is not power we are talking about. It is not autonomy we are talking about. We are talking about the involvement of the local councils, the grassroots people, to improve their own welfare, particularly in areas that most affect them.
It has been 4 years since the introduction of SLOGOR across the 6 states, and to date, all states have recorded immense progress across the various components of the project. Relevant legislation has been passed in most of the participating states, budgets are more comprehensive and transparent, IGR is on the increase, and most importantly, the citizens are more aware and trusting of the government.
Shekarar da ta wuce mun kasance muna biyan haraji ne, suna zuwa su kawo mana takarda kamar su ba mu sati ɗaya suna rawan takarda, idan sun ba mu sai su zo su karɓi kuɗi mu ba su a hannunsu, amma ba za su kawo mana rasid ba sai a kai kimanin ma kusa da wata shekarar. To alhamdulillah yadda dai aka zo da aka samu tsari, wannan tsarin ya fi kowane tsari sauki, za ka iya musu transfer ko ta mobile transfer ko da katin ka na ATM ko ka je banki ka musu deposit, wannan shi ya fi ko ne yanzu ya fi sauki fiye da na last years.
When the government is transparent, the population benefits. With control of about half of public revenues, it is obvious that the quality of public finance management at the subnational level will have a significant impact not only on the overall fiscal management and macroeconomy of Nigeria, but also on the ability to improve service delivery and reduce poverty. But as the project draws to an end, the question of sustainability arises. How will the states continue in this line of transparency?
Well, you must know that sustainability relies on the internal budget. The subnationals will have to make adequate provisions for sustainability in their budget. And to that extent, we've been paying advocacy visits so that they can appreciate the importance of continuity and sustainability of this project.
Looking at current statistics, there has been varying degrees of successes across the states despite diverse challenges. When it comes to improved transparency in the public financial management in participating states, 4 states now have their state government audited accounts submitted to the legislature within just 6 months from the end of the financial year. This target is an improvement on the previous 12-month time period. Also, since the start of the project, IGR has shot up significantly in participating states on public contracts above threshold awarded through open competition. Jigawa State has achieved 100%. In this while, Yobe and Osun have both met the set target of 80%. On devolution of authority and function to local government by state governments, roadmaps that are set for formal adoption and implementation have been fully developed in all 6 participating states. 5 states are now up to date in publishing Auditor General's reports. In all, the percentage of women direct beneficiaries of the project currently stand at 34%, far ahead of the 11% at the start of the project 4 years ago, although barely short of the set target of 35%. Good governance is possible when government is committed to being transparent and accountable. With SLOGOR, the hope is that these 6 participating states will be a shining example of how government should work for the people.